Because what you see is not always what you get.
You gotta watch. Because someone's always watching you. The best you is the authentic you.
And we are BURKENRODTV. Hey you
guys!
It's your boy Bert.
I'm Kendall. I'm Rod.
And we are BURKENRODTV. And OMG, we are here with the one and only lovely NAJA.
Yes.
And some of you all may know her from that hit TV show, WeTV.
LA Hair. She
baby.
is known as the sassy nail tech guru.
Man,
yes.
Guru. Like goddess. She's
yes.
just the goddess of all nails.
Yes,
You are our
definitely
favorite.
our favorite.
Like
yes.
the way you just be so authentic and real on the show. Like
period. Just being you.
Yes.
Like, that's why you're our favorite. We love you on the show though.
You're just like, authentic girl.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Well, so you know, I'm probably your favorite because the Butch Queenz did train me. So that's why I have the sassy mouth.
Not Butch Queenz. I saw you for it.
They did. I grew up in New Jersey and New York. The Butch Queenz have trained me, so people cannot compete with this mouth.
Ooh, so now you're a professional now.
You better be a professional Sherry.
Get into it.
Professional.
Yes. Hey, NAJA. We're going to start this off. Hey. Let's start this off. So, NAJA, tell us about yourself. What's something that's very interesting about you?
I think something that's very interesting about NAJA is that in this day and age, I find it interesting because I feel like we're evolving a little bit into like a godless country and a godless world. So me, everything that I do, shade and sass included, is all for God. It's all downloaded for God. So I live for God. God is #1 in my life. And everything I do is for that. And even though, you know, I'm on reality TV, it's still all for God. I went onto the show to show something and hopefully maybe bring a little bit of God or joy to people. So that's very interesting. I think people might think that I'm very Hollywood, but Hollywood is my job. It's not me at all.
Awesome. That's
nice.
so
cool.
dope.
That is wild.
And speaking of Hollywood, NAJA, how did the opportunity of LA Hair come about, NAJA?
Nice.
Well, that's a fun, interesting story, and it's something that I always like to teach people, especially in the beauty business, but it goes across the board in life, is that business and advancements always come from relationships. I am a very firm believer in never burning a bridge. No matter how wrong someone does you in business, you could still just walk away casually with the high road. You don't need to burn a bridge because you never ever know what's going to happen. So what happened in my situation is that the very first celebrity client that I did on my own was Mary J. Blige, and I was so blessed because she was my childhood idol growing up. So I got to work with her for about 2.5, 3 years. I did videos, magazine covers, you know, the Grammys, all kind of stuff, and it was such a blessing. And the very first day that I went to set, Kim Kimble was there. She does her hair, and that's when I first met Kim Kimble, and then her makeup artist, who we became great friends too. But Kim Kimble and I then start to work together. Kim would say, hey, I'm going to do Eve. Do you want to do her nails? Hey, I'm doing Brandy. Do you want to do her nails? So Kim actually got me a lot of work within that celebrity community because we worked well together. Then I owned a nail salon, and Kim and Jazz used to always come to the salon. Now, Kim has always been a business person. No matter if she's getting a massage or not, she has that little earpiece in and she's making business deals. So back in the day when she used to come to my salon and be getting manicures and pedicures, she was on the phone trying to get her product line up and running. So I'm so happy to see it on HSN now. So, you know, she was about to expand her salon, and she said, when I expand my salon, I would love for you to send some nail girls over there or be part of the nail department, or, you know, send some of your girls over there so you can, you know, we can have nails at my salon. And then she called and said, hey, I have this reality show. We already filmed the first season, but for the second season, the producers really want to have a nail tech there because, you know, nails are really big within the industry and the beauty world, and, you know, would you like to do it? And I said, no way, thank you. That's just not for me. I'm a very private person. I don't want to be on reality TV. It's just, but I never say no to a meeting. even though I didn't want to do it, I still went to the meeting. I still went to what they call the audition just to see, because you never know what can come out of that. So I always say yes to every single meeting. So I went, and then, I told, like I said before, I'm very into God and spiritually grounded. So I have a big spiritual circle and a spiritual, type of guru. And he told me, you have to do this show. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You have to do it. And I was like, but I wanted to go to this trip to India, like a spiritual trip. And I said, so wait a minute. You're telling me that, my spiritual path is a choice to go to India on a spiritual trip or go on TV and act like a buffoon. And he said, yes, God has a very good sense of humor, doesn't he? I was like, clearly. But so many amazing opportunities have come from that show. I feel like I've got to work through a lot of anger and rage issues and got paid for it. So it's really worth it.
Wow.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Okay. So as a nail tech artist, what motivates you to be great? And what I mean is great as just overall, just great. And what makes NAJA great?
Right, right.
To be great as a nail artist or just great in general?
Overall.
Overall.
That overall greatness.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what inspires me to be great is that I have really, really let it sink in that we as humans, no matter where you come from, what you've been through, who you are, what kind of support system you have, as humans, we're all in this predicament called the human predicament. And basically, it may look different, but really if you boil it all down, and when it comes time to actually pass and die, we're all in the same boat with no paddle, right?
Right.
Who's leading who? I mean, so what makes me great is just to have amazing amount of compassion for other humans and myself, and to just try to shine that greatness. And really, people, even if they don't show it, everyone has their own trials and struggles and tribulations, and you never know what someone's going through. So I always try to share my greatness and my joy and my excellence by speaking to anyone. Even when you're checking out somewhere, you're having a transaction at the cash register, and I always find something on someone that's truthful. I don't make stuff up, but I might say, oh, I love your earrings, I love your smile, your lipstick is great, your shoes are nice. And you can just see how people light up. Like, they're like, oh, thank you. Because you never know what's going on with them. They could be at home getting never a good compliment.
Absolutely.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, now just speaking of education, I love the fact that you love to teach. So I have to ask you this, and you have to...
Because teaching is important.
It's so important. Yes.
Tell us, how did you come about the NAJA Nail Guru Nail Academy?
Yes, come through.
Yes.
Right. Well, how I came about with the NAJA Nail Guru Academy is that I had the opportunity, to work with all these celebrities. I owned a salon. I was, got to go all the way to Paris Fashion Week and back and do nails. And what I noticed on all of my travels, the thing that stood out the most, two things. One is that there's an amazing amount of artistry in the nail and hair, makeup, the whole beauty community. But what I mean, people that are tremendous artists, like I could practice every day and I'll never be as good as them in the technique, right? My technique is good, it's fine, but it's just like mind-blowing stuff. However, they couldn't figure out how to do it full time. They couldn't figure out how to do it sustainably. So then they have to go work for the man or go work at the bank or the bakery or the insurance company or the phone company because they can't, it's their passion, but they can't figure out how to make money. And I saw that there was a big missing gap within the beauty industry because there's tons of technique classes, tons of YouTube technique classes, but who is teaching you how to find a client, keep a client, save your money, pay your bills, not buy a lot of on products, like just everything about, money and how to treat your clients. So.
Right.
Okay.
That is so funny you said that. And speaking on clients and just different people you work with, so how valuable is each client to you? Like if someone was to recruit, like, girl, can you do my homegirl nails? Like, is that person valuable to you? Or like, how valuable is each client to you?
Right.
Well, every single client to me is valuable. I always say that, Mary J. Blige, I said, was my idol, Gaga, all them. They're great clients, but they used me for a nail service and I used them to make a name for myself, right? They are not my bread and butter. They come and get their nails done not on a 2-week basis. They come and get their nails done when they have an appearance, when they have a magazine cover, when they're in town to do a little circuit of things. But my clients, you know, Grace, who comes to me every 2 weeks faithfully for the past 7 years, that's the woman that's the real celebrity to me. Now, I do treat every single client, whether celebrity or not, exactly the same. And let me tell you, even if I am in a mood, you know, we all get in moods, and I, you know, kind of have what you said, like, I'm like, oh, girl, come on, let's just get this done and over with. Something, I'm serious, I'll have that. You know, I'll be in the back fixing up my stuff, and I'll get there. Something just takes over. That's why I said I do this all for God, no matter what. And even if they're annoying, even if they're moving, if they're saying something, I honestly, like, I'm like, when are you gonna get mad? Like, the street side of me is like, somebody needs to smack this person in front of me, but I can't. Like, God really comes out, and I just, like, connect with the person, and it's very helpful, because I'd probably be on nail probation by now if that didn't happen. Because I can't stand a person moving.
Okay. So, you know, everyone plays a role in today's society. So my question to you is, what role do you play as an artist in today's society? What role as an artist and as a person?
Any artist, all artists
in today's society.
Yes.
The role that I think I play as an artist in today's society is a living example that you don't have to be a starving artist. You know, when I was a couple years into my career, I was owning a salon and doing celebrities and having interviews and, you know, doing all kind of stuff. And I was like, wow, I sat back and I was like, you know what? I'm actually not a starving artist. I'm a person that paints for a living. I'm painting fingernails and I'm getting paid. So that's another reason why I started that academy, because I'm like, I have the method. It's a method. It's not willy-nilly like, oh, you know, I hope that I get clients. When people say I hope, I'm like, there's no hoping. It's not luck. You have to make it happen. You have to market like a crazy person and then let it come in. So I think that's the role that I play. And that's one of the reasons why I really went on to the reality show, is to show the general public, not even so much the professional community. The professional community, I wanted to show a little bit that you can do more than just kind of behind the chair, but it was more for the consumers. So the consumers know that there's other places to go besides, you know, you walk in and they're like, pick color, you know, all that kind of madness.
Okay.
Nice. Now, Naja, some people may not know this about you, but I have to ask this. The people have been asking, I have to ask this. So, it's apparent that you started as an accomplished chef.
Come on,
yes.
Because I didn't even know that.
I didn't know either.
Oh, okay.
So you were an accomplished chef way before you became a thriving, accomplished, beautiful, sickening nail stylist.
Well, you know, you got to preface it by saying I went from food to feet.
So you tell me someone that can slay the kitchen and slay the nails?
Yes.
Right.
How was that experience?
Such a nerd. So the restaurant business taught me so much about the presentation of things. So that's why when I do nails, it's presented very beautifully. You know, I don't have a soapy dish in front of me with some kind of brush sticking out of it. It's all very elegant. And if it's elegante, and what would a word that you guys would say? What's that word with the O? Opulence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you use that every other sentence, I'm sure. So if you present it that way, then you are given an experience and you can charge what you want, because it's not just, you know, I'm using a roll of paper towel for you. So that's what the restaurant business really taught me, is that if you present stuff and use the best ingredients or the best products, the sky is the limit. And I decided to leave the restaurant business when I was about 26 or 27 because, well, number one, I was tired of smelling like onions. And the real reason is that I was always locked in a uniform. So I went to Catholic school my whole life, then I went to culinary school, and then I was a chef. So I never had the chance to wear my own clothes. And you know, I'm from Jersey, so I already have a gaudiness. Then I hung out with all the gays and the drag queens, so that was gaudiness. So on Saturday night, when I would go out, I would put on every accessory I owned and every sequence known to man, because it was the only day that I got to dress in my own clothes. So I just went for a job. I moved to Los Angeles with $300 and just wanted to find a job where I could wear my own clothes. I didn't know if it was going to be in beauty. I had no idea. All I knew is I want to be able to wear my own clothes. That's it.
Wow.
Oh,
Just to know that you moved here with $300.
$300.
Wow. That's like, and then just to hear your story and just to see how successful you are now.
That is a testimony.
That just give us more encouragement to let us know like what we're doing the right thing to keep going and just keep pushing. And so thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, stay with faith, stay humble.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going on 2 years since living out here. So just to hear you came out here with $300, that's amazing.
Okay.
Wow, man, that's awesome.
Well, yeah. I congratulate you for that. I really, really support and honor your journey because it does take about 3 years. Someone else that was there when I was about to leave LA said, stay. It takes about 3 years to get your circle, to get your like networking circle. And from there, once you have that, it just snowballs. And it was true. It really snowballed since then. And I've, you know, done everything that you said. Hotels, slept behind dumpsters, in the car, all kind of madness and depression and ruckus. But LA is a place that it really truly is the city of lost angels if you want to go down that black mask route and, you know, the let me put a mask on and act phony, or there's such a creative momentum there of artistry that if you get on that momentum train, woo, it just like, it's amazing. So I applaud you guys to keep plugging along and it'll be fine.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Yes, I know. Speaking of new things, so are there any new projects that NAJA is working on, like currently upcoming?
Yes.
Can you tell us something?
People want to know.
The people want to know.
Yeah. So, a new project that I'm working on is a clothing and a t-shirt line, and it's to really give back to humans, but mostly women. So it's called Queenz. It's for you fellas as well, because the queens, like I said, did raise me. But first I'm going to start with women and, you know, them bring it on in. But the premise of it is that I want it to be a very inclusive brand, because we've always been kind of a segregated country from the jump, you know? I don't want to get all into church and stuff, but this is, you know, we call people Native Americans, yet we discovered this. I'm not sure about all that. But anyway, that's the next interview. But however, now what I see is that, you know, there's all this, you know, exclusion, all this. I want my brand to be so inclusive that it includes anyone. Basically, if you're breathing and of the female race or have feminine energy or connected with that, you're a queen, period. You know, because there's all this division even within the woman race, you know, oh, if you're a stripper, if you're the white people material, if you're this, you know, and then it's like getting into the reality show brought a lot of exposure for me in the plus size community. And I really relished there because it was just so beautiful to see women my size and really big women full of confidence and just strutting their stuff and their curves, and it was beautiful. But there was an element in there, not always, but just a fine little silver lining that I saw, that with that confidence and you know, the kind of coming out of society saying that curves aren't good and skinniness, there would be a little bit of a, well, curvy girls do it better type of thing. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to subscribe to that. I know that I do it better, but that's just because I'm me. I'm NAJA, not because I'm curvy, not because I'm this or that. So I want the brand to really be inclusive so that we can have a space for women to support other women, you know, curvy, black, white. So the tagline is, and I'm just starting it, but it's going to be something like, you know, queen size, any age, any race, or any flavor, you're a queen. You know, so I want it to be for everyone.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Oh, that's nice.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, kudos to you, girl.
Yes. Because that should always boost every woman's confidence.
Yeah, that definitely always.
Yeah, and I didn't know that just came. That was like an offshoot of the reality show. I was just going on there to do nails and thought I would do more stuff within the beauty community, which I have. But so many people would email me and say, "I love your confidence. Where do you shop? I never thought I could wear a sleeveless shirt. You inspired me to do so. I never knew I could make it in Hollywood. I didn't even think they allow big girls there." Like, all of this stuff. And I said, wow, I'm really inspiring people just by honestly being me and just trying to look, you know, I'm trying to shine, and I dress for the gays, period. I don't dress for other women how they say. I'm like, oh, well, I do. So I always, you know, hear someone saying, even if I'm at home alone, like, you're going to go out in that? I've been very trained, you know. I'm like going to 7-Eleven. I don't need to wear heels. Yes, you do.
Oh, yes. Now, do you have any questions for us, NAJA?
Like, any questions?
Well, I always am down for a little threesome. I like that there's 3 of you.
Where?
Come on, threesome. Like, ooh.
Come on, sandwich.
Look, you better put us in a sandwich.
Where?
Yes. I'm here for it.
I am too.
And I also, it's under the wraps, but I'm also going to be working on a book. We're going to start that next month. And the book is going to be like a tell-all book of all of my experiences with the celebrities inside of that tight little glam squad room. So we're going to give you the tea.
Let's tell-all book.
Oh, well, I guess everybody better get prepared because
Okay.
NAJA is about to tell it all.
Okay.
Tell it all.
Get ready. Get ready.
Well, NAJA, we definitely want to thank you
Yes.
so
Thank you
much
so
for
much for this
interviewing with us.
opportunity.
Because it's all about your time.
It really
Yes.
is.
You know, you could have been like, no, how much money they got.
Right.
You didn't ask us for a dime. You
Right.
could have been like, who they with,
Yeah.
what network they with.
Okay.
So thank you for your authenticity,
Thank
girl.
you.
Thank you.
For just being you.
And
always.
we're so excited working with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, of course.
And I'm your boy, Bert.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Rod.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Bling, 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 bling.
Right, and let me add on that, because when you're duplicating someone else, I've made it all the way to the top and worked with every celebrity you can ever imagine, all the people that people worship, Beyonce, Rihanna, Gaga, all these people. And I'm not picking on any of them. They're all very lovely people. So people could be trying to imitate them or other reality stars or just people that they might see out at the club, not even a celebrity. And what they're doing is they're trying to imitate and be them, but they don't really know them, so how do you know they're happy? You know what I mean? It's all an illusion. So it's the happiest you'll come from is actually digging in and being your own true self. You'll feel so free.